Hey everyone, hope you're all having a good day. Very cold here today, and quite, I don't know if you guys can see that, very misty. Very misty, very cold. Just getting out on a walk before my afternoon shift with my patients. I want to talk to you guys today about sleep, right? So sleep is seriously underrated in terms of back pain recovery, all right? Everybody underestimates it. I've underestimated it before. I don't want you guys to make that same mistake. Illustrate my point, we're going to talk about one of my patients. So somebody who I'm actively treating right now. They came to me with upper back pain, some lower back pain, neck, arm pain. Then they were in a really bad way. And there were a few, so we talked about this before, multifactorial pain, right? So they're really quite tight, lots of sore, tender muscles, limited ranges of motion. They weren't active enough. So overall, their like general activity and their recreational exercise, you know, really getting their pulse up, that kind of exercise was severely lacking. Because of lockdown, they hadn't really been seeing any friends or anything like that. So their social interaction, that aspect of their health was not where it should be, although it is for a lot of people at the moment. So that was relevant. They also work nights, and so that's where the poor quality quantity of sleep comes in. So that's what our topic for today. And this patient had been, basically they want to save and buy a house, right? So they're doing loads of night shifts to get paid more, keeps them busy. They are, and they've just been burning the candle at both ends, basically. Too many night shifts, not enough good quality and quantity of sleep. So they ended up in pain in front of me. So we did some hands-on work. They felt a bit better. We then got, because it became very apparent that sleep was a big thing for them early on. So what we did was we gave them our sleep hygiene guidelines. So sleep hygiene is a resource that anyone can get. It's on the internet. You just search sleep hygiene. There's between 7 and 10 rules depending on how they're laid out. It's 7 main ones, some of those have subcategories. So that's worth having a look at. That allows us to get into a good routine for bedtime. And it prepares our body for sleep. Another thing that we did was we got their phone. I got them to do the same thing with their tablets as well, and same thing with the TV. And we turned the backlight from being white to being orange. So on an iPhone, Android, things like that, it's called night shift. What the white light does, the white light mimics the sunlight, right? And all our bodies tune their normal rhythms to sunlight. So when the sunlight hits the receptors in our eyes, our body starts to release chemicals to wake us up. Now this person was putting loads of white light into their eyes on the way home from work in the morning with their phones right before bed, and then trying to get a good night's sleep, which isn't going to happen because they're then actually chemically making their body more awake. So what we did, we changed that to night shift. So we got rid of the white light, got some orange light in there, which doesn't, when it hits your eyes, doesn't set off those, doesn't make your body release those chemicals. That on top of the sleep hygiene and having a good discussion about creating a bedtime routine made a huge difference when I then saw them a week later. So they were doing really well. They then slacked a little bit a few weeks later. So what they actually did was they did 3 night shifts in a row. Normally they do 2. So this is pushing their tolerance a little bit anyway. They're then also in that recovery phase. So they're a little bit, body's a bit more sensitive. The nervous system's more sensitive when you're recovering compared to when you're doing well, when you're not recovering, when you're just fine. And what they basically had a massive flare-up, revisit of the original symptoms. So we sat down, we went through what was going on. We did a little bit of treatment with them to calm everything down. And we then got them to look at their sleep. What happened with the sleep? Okay, well, we've done 3 night shifts, not been exercising recreationally enough, so we let our sleep go and we let the activity level down. So that's the multifactorial nature of back pain, all right? it's so important that we give attention to things like sleep and background activity levels, because they are huge predictors on how fast you'll recover and how well you will do long term. Okay, for this patient, if we ignored the sleep, chances are they probably weren't going to get better. All right, so what I've done is I've given you guys a couple of resources. So check your night shift on your phone, try googling sleep hygiene, and do not underestimate the quality, the importance of the quality and quantity of sleep. My hand is absolutely freezing, so I'm gonna have to leave it there. Hope you guys have a great weekend. I'm off to do my patients this afternoon, all wrapped up, full PPE. It is very, very hot, I have to say, in that, so makes a little bit of change from being freezing cold outside. Have a great weekend, everyone, and I'll see you next week. Bye.